So, one night after Tables, Ladders, and Chairs, one night after TLC, we have Monday Night Raw. And for the most part, I thought Raw, to me, wasn't that good. It wasn't, I just, for some reason, for me, my personal level, I just wasn't interested in this Raw. I know, like, some people may disagree, we all have our opinions, but, just to me itself, I didn't feel it for this Raw, but we did kick off the show with CM Punk coming out, and, he introduced, he's saying that, okay, he retained the WWE Championship, he's still WWE Champion, and he brought out two new champions, Zack Ryder and Bryan. They were all just talking, whatever, and then out comes The Miz, out comes The Real, and out comes Dolph Ziggler. A brawl's about to happen. Comes out Joe Leonidas, talent relations, and the interim general manager of Monday Night Raw. And he made a 6-man tag team match for the night. It was set up for CM Punk, Bryan, Zack Ryder versus Dolph Ziggler, The Miz, and Alberto. And also, before I forget, and I know this happened later on in the night, but I just want to kind of get this out of the way. So, if I scramble out a bit, excuse me. We had another It Begins promo. It Begins. And this time, it seemed like it was more focused on, last week we saw, okay, the girl, whatever. Now this week, the girl's a little bit more focused, in my opinion, here. There's a part where, the kid's writing, whatever, and she knocks the composition book off the kid's desk, and it lands on the floor. And I thought, okay, whatever. She's like a bully or something. I still don't know what the hell the girl is. I obviously still believe it's that man right there, Jericho, the best in the world. But I just don't know who the girl is. It's still a mystery to me. And I know it's on YouTube because I saw it earlier. I swear you not, you turn your head this way and you look at it, you see it's crossed out. But under the X, I kid you not, it says Chris under it. If that's not a hit Morris Jericho, I don't know what is, if it actually clearly says Chris on it. That, and she also said, do you understand? What's one of Jericho's lines that he uses? Do you understand what I'm saying? Or do you understand what I just said? I just found those hints a little interesting. But anyway, continuing the night, our first match was Randy Orton versus Wade Barrett. And a rematch, of course, of last night. And the match ended up in disqualification. The match itself was it was okay. But the match ended up disqualification after Wade Barrett sets up the table and puts Randy Orton to the table. That's all nice and dandy. How come that didn't happen last night, though? If that happened last night, it would have been, okay, that's pretty cool, but, it didn't. So now the feud continues for Mr. Randy Orton and Wade Barrett. Yeah. So then we had a Divas match, a very short Divas match. Alicia Fox versus Beth Phoenix. This match lasted about, I want to say 40 seconds. Alicia Fox won. So let me get this straight. Alicia Fox beat Beth Phoenix, the Divas champion, in 40 seconds. So Beth Phoenix had to take, 8 minutes to beat Kelly last night. But Alicia Fox beat Beth in about 40 seconds. You gotta love WWE booking, brother. Oh my god. That's just... I don't know where to go with that. So then we had Sheamus versus Jinder Mahal next. What are they doing with Sheamus? I know they're just having him beat guys like Swagger and Mahal. Is this like just a security blanket? Just have, Sheamus what to do now for, after Mania? I keep hearing, after Mania, Sheamus is expected to get a big push or something. He's going to be for the world title. I don't know if it is or not. We're going to have to see. So, who knows? Just to see where that goes. But yeah, Sheamus beat Mahal in a short match. Excuse me. Then we had a interesting part too. I don't want to forget this. We had John Cena come out, and basically basically doing what he does, talking about Kane and everything. And then comes Mark Henry, world's strongest man, and then talks about how he lost the world title last night and everything. And the crowd was in Philly. Yes, Joe the Show, I believe, was there. And they're chanting "sexual chocolate." Yeah, interesting. And then comes out Kane. Kane comes out. He looks like he's gonna attack Mark Henry, and I thought to myself, okay, this makes sense. Finally, Kane. Who took out Kane? Mark Henry. So yeah, you'd think that would make sense, but he doesn't go after Mark Henry. And he's out there again with his little welding-looking mask thing, and then he goes into the ring for John Cena. And John Cena starts, getting on Kane. I was thinking, oh crap! Here comes the end of Kane's character right here. They're killing his character right here. And then, he knocks Kane over the top rope, and Kane immediately gets right back up. I'm like, okay, this might be good actually. And Kane starts beating up on John Cena. He throws him to the announce table, and basically he takes his glove and grabs it over John Cena's face and just like rips it right on John Cena's face. And then he rips off, no joke when I'm saying this right now, he rips off John Cena's shirt and just leaves with it. Why? Did Kane thought that said rise above Kate? Katie Vick? What was up with that? So I have no idea. But anyway, life goes on. But so far so good. Actually, believe it or not, I still kind of like this newer kind of version of Kane. I like it so far. They're not making him look weak so far. Keyword so far. So yeah. Then we had Epico and Primo versus the Usos. Short tag match, but Epico and Primo win. Evan Bourne and Kofi Kingston were looking backstage and stuff. So I'm liking this Epico and Primo tag team. I am. And Rosa Mendes, I gotta say, is this. She's looking good. Then we had Cody Rhodes versus Santino Marella. Again, another short match. Cody Rhodes wins. I don't know what this does. Just boosts confidence, I guess. He beat Booker T last night. Now I'm beating Santino. So then we had the Big Show interviewed backstage with Josh Matthews. And am I the only one that notices this? I know Justin, Ankle Breaker AJ, that black guy at DOG. Just looks, they're talking whatever, and then randomly out of nowhere, he just like dazes into Josh Matthews' eyes like this. And Josh Matthews, responds by doing this. So that was an interesting segment there. And then we finally have our main event. Yeah. Main event, like I said earlier, you had Ziggler, Miz, and Del Rio versus the team of Daniel Bryan, Zack Ryder, and CM Punk. And CM Punk and Zack Ryder, Daniel Bryan came out of the crowd. Just interesting. This interesting. I know you just said, oh, they came out of the crowd. What's the big deal about that? Well, they usually don't do that. They usually don't come out of the crowd. Well, that's what they did. Punk and Daniel Bryan and Zack Ryder did that. So, yeah. And the main event was alright. It was just... it just felt like the main event felt so much, especially in the beginning, it felt like a spot monkey fest. Oh, Zack Ryder does a little flip there. Oh, Daniel Bryan just flies off there. Oh, CM Punk does a suicide dive, right? It was just like, okay, I just kid you not, and I'm gonna get bashed maybe for this. ROH fans must have been jizzing in their pants right there for freaking that happening. They're coming out of the crowd, and they're just like, oh, even though I know Zack Ryder wasn't in ROH, but I mean, come on. Punk, Daniel Bryan. Do we really need to go into this? But the match, again, it was okay, I guess. It wasn't too bad. Daniel Bryan makes it, CM Punk hits the GTS on Miz. Miz gets out of the ring, whatever. And then Zack Ryder gets laid out by, Dolph Ziggler. I don't think Zack Ryder laid out Dolph Ziggler. Take that back. And then we had Del Rio, ADR, as off the rope show likes to say, taps out to the labella lock from Mr. Daniel Bryan, and the match is over. So, yeah, that was Raw. Not much, I think I expected a little more, with the whole Kane, John Cena thing, and what they're gonna do with this Daniel Bryan, being world champ, and even Zack Ryder, United States champ, and everything. So, who knows what's gonna happen? We'll find out, and that's it for me. See ya.